Hello and welcome. You are now in Cal's room. This will be my first podcast, and today, for the first one, I have my friend here, Min, with me. We're going to be talking about some life lessons and some things that we feel like would be necessary for people during their life. Just some basic, just to start off, basic things. Yeah. So, are you ready? How do you feel about this?
I feel great.
Feel great?
First podcast I've never actually done with anyone, so
Yeah,
just
this is very weird for us.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah. Okay.
So originally we were supposed to be in Caleb's room, but his mom won't, really let anyone in because of quarantine and all that stuff. So yeah, we're just doing it on a Zoom meeting, but I guess like in the future, well, we'll have to actually do it in Caleb's room.
Probably, yeah. I'll probably. I don't know if my room is big enough, but we'll see how it works. And you pretty much explained that. And we decided to do this just so we have a way for people to kind of, retreat from all the stresses of life right now. As we know, things in this world are going really. There's a lot going on. Yeah, things have really gone down. So, we decided it would be good to do something like this.
And just to keep people grounded and I guess less stressed out, hopefully. About this whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
So, first of all,
what we're talking about life lessons.
Let's talk about. I guess.
Wow, this is so weird. First podcast and it's hard, but we'll just have to power through this, I
guess. Okay. First of all, we want to talk about change. We want to talk about types of changes that people go through, and we've all been through different things. We've all had our biggest changes, and I'd say when it comes to change, change is hard. It's it's really stressful, first of all. And it's not something that people can do right away so easily. But
it's kind of just part of life lessons, just obviously without change, that life lessons is all about. I feel like it's all about just growing up. Change isn't always fun. Nobody really likes to change, right? Because people are just so comfortable in that state for a while or for the longest time, and then when something has to change, they have to actually stop being a couch potato and actually do something. So yeah, change can be obviously uncomfortable, but I feel like it's what makes us grow up, I guess, through maturity and obviously change happens through a bunch of things, I guess events in our lifetime, say I don't know, going through a traumatic experience, right? Obviously going through it is definitely really hard, right? But I feel like at the end of it, once you actually do get through it, you become more.
You become a
stronger,
person.
A better person than who you were. And for the next time, if it ever happens again, then but that's just part of life, just growing up, experiencing the most of life.
Yeah, everyone goes through changes, and it's natural, it's normal. Things aren't always going to be the same, even though you wish it could. Sometimes you wish hey, things are going well right now. Well, maybe something will happen, and you have to kind of adapt to it, and it could be hard, but like there's always people there for you. That like you can always find support, and through whatever you're going through. It could be like a change in your relationships, a change in your jobs or schooling or your hobbies, anything. Like
exactly.
always,
yeah, like going back to what you said, relationships. Like, I guess we can talk about like relationships, like boyfriend and girlfriend. Like obviously, like say like no one likes to go through a breakup, obviously, but I feel like going through a breakup, that's changed because you're like moving yourself out of one state you were in, which is you and your significant other being together for like a while, and then now you break up, and now you have to like almost you have to change from being together, and now both of you are now trying to be alone, right? So yeah, it's one I guess uncomfortable change you have to go through, but going through the breakup is hard, but after all of it, you become like we said, like a better person in the end. And for next time, right? Like now like now you've got like experience, like now like who you want now, and like what like not to do, and like what to do. And
exactly.
yeah, you look
You
back
kind of
on like
you learn from like for example, for like what you said with the breakup, you learn from it. You learn that like of what happened. You can kind of like evaluate what happened and see the kind of things that you could do differently for the next
exactly.
time. Yeah, it's kind of like when you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah,
That's it also goes back to change too. Like if you learn from your mistakes and
exactly. Yeah,
that's how you change. That's how you're gonna be a better person. You can see what happened before, and that's why like things like these things happen to us. Like that's why there are changes, so that we can look at them and say, okay, what happened? What did I do wrong? And then we can just learn to not do those same things again. And it might take forever. It might
yeah,
take not forever, but it might take a long time to
exactly.
actually learn from them, because it's not going to happen right away, But if you keep on trying and say, okay, I can't do that again. I gotta try it like this now, and then
Yeah,
eventually it
exactly.
sticks. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
that's
like
how we learn.
people need to like go through those types of changes, right? So like for the next person like that, like I guess like comes into your life, or anything, the next time someone comes into your life, you can give that person your better because from all that, you know all the past experiences you've been through, and gaining that, I guess, like that knowledge, right? So yeah, like that, doesn't have to go with just relationships, like, or like boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. um Goes with, like, I can say, like family, like say like family member dies, like that's hard, right? That's not easy to like,
Like
that change is like different, like because that's someone, say like, say your
who's
dad passing away, or like your mom, like a parent passing away.
yeah
That's not easy because they've been like with you your whole life. So,
yeah
and then you know
it's
seeing them pass away is like, oh, definitely not easy, right?
it's probably
So
the
that's
hardest
a
thing to move
really
on
hard
from.
change, right? But like, you don't have to, I guess, like go through, you can grieve and all that, but you can't stay grieving forever. Eventually, like, you'll have to move on from it, and that's what makes you, I guess, like mentally stronger, and um that keeps you on your toes. um
It's like, because when something like that happens, you it's kind of hard to explain. Like you're like I mean, yeah, definitely. It's like a big change
Mm-hmm.
because like you've known this person for so long,
Yeah.
and even if you do kind of you like probably each day you would be like you'd be grieving, but eventually you have to learn to move on from that, right? But at the same
Yeah.
time, something like that, something as hard as that is probably something that's gonna be stuck with you for like the rest of your life. I feel,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
always gonna
Yeah.
remember that. It's not you can't
Yeah.
just forget about it, and you'll learn from it,
Exactly.
but it's
Yeah.
still gonna be there. And
Yeah. And that's pretty much like, I guess that'd be like your knowledge of life. Like, life isn't always going to be like easy,
mhm.
but that's what life is like. It's going
Yeah.
to throw shit at you and all that other stuff, but it's how you handle it. The way you handle it is what makes who, that, sorry, is like, the way you handle things like that is, what defines you. I guess it's like what defines you, what makes you grow,
Hmm.
um, makes you grow stronger, uh, more knowledgeable, and yeah, all that.
Hmm. Right,
Hmm.
it becomes a part of you. It's not
Exactly.
it's yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be there, but you just gotta kind of like accept it, and it just it becomes a part of you.
Accept
I
it
feel
and
like
just,
that's
I guess, like move on.
hmm it's kind of like the same with well, no, not really the same, and also totally different, totally like uh different. But I change is also hard when it comes to like let's say you have this job, right, and it's going really well, and
Yeah.
but then maybe something happens,
Hmm.
and then and unfortunately they cut you off. They say, oh, you're fired now, right? Like
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not.
that's gonna be tough,
Yeah, it's
especially
gonna
if
be a tough
you
change. Yeah.
yeah, that's also hard because I
Mm.
mean you rely on that job for your income. And so now how are you going to find a new job? And it's like not
Exactly.
lots of things you have. It's it's a lot to do. You have to actually find a new job and hope that someone's going to actually want you want you to work for them.
Hmm.
But it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
But it's something that helps you learn. Like once you can actually go from one job to another, that's going to be great. You'll actually remember and know how to what to put on your resume, and
Exactly.
what kind of things they'll make it easier for them to say, hey,
Yeah.
you can work for us. So
Hmm. Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah. And then like
Do you agree?
obviously like there's gonna be like some feeling of regret, like telling yourself, oh, I should have done that. I feel like if I did this, like things would be different now and all that. Yeah. Like if you think that way, it's like it's gonna be hard to like actually like, move forward with your life because you're just gonna keep thinking back in the past. But all you can think about, like really, like all you can do is just think more into the future. Just like, I'll give you an example. I guess like um I guess one of my biggest regrets. Huh? No, I don't know if I should how I even say this.
It's up to you. You can say it. You can leave it.
No, I'll give you another example. Sorry.
Yeah.
I guess another another.
Oh my
Holy,
gosh.
I almost about to spill the
It's like
beans here.
what
It's the
kind of
first
beans, eh?
podcast, and I'm already
What
about to
is
spill the beans here. Um, I guess being friends with the wrong type of people. Obviously I won't mention names, but I remember being friends with this kid back, you know, like way back when, like I don't know, like grade 4 or 5.
hmm
Like we were pretty close, and then um during that time, like I realized he was my neighbor, and so we always be like hanging out and all that stuff. But then obviously like we grew up, and I guess we're still friends, but like not as close. And then I switched schools, so I guess I never saw him ever again. And then I guess at one point I guess I reunited with you and like my old friends, and he, I saw him. I guess I didn't really see him, but I guess
Is it online, social media?
I guess yeah, social media. Like okay, so I followed his girlfriend. Well, I requested to follow his girlfriend, but I didn't even know like that was his girlfriend. So I remember requesting, just requesting, not even like slide into her DMs, and then her boyfriend, who was
the person,
my old friend, DM'd me through her account saying, "Yo, you're gonna follow her, but not me. Like, what the is up with that?" I was like, "Oh my god! Like, does this guy not remember me? Like, did he forget?" So I guess I feel like, I guess one of my biggest regrets was just I don't know. I feel like I should have like maybe kept in touch with him more, like, because back then we were actually like really good friends, like almost like best friends. Just chilling every day, going to each other's houses and all that. I guess life got busy. I guess because he was a really good friend. Like, he would always, like we'd always go to 7-Eleven if like I didn't have any money. He would always like like pay for it, like pay for my items and all that stuff. And he just and what, like, I don't know, I guess like hearing him say that to me, I was just like, damn, I should have like, I don't know, I should have like tried to stay in touch with him. But
definitely,
there's nothing I could have done. Like, life just had its own course for me, and it had its own course for him too. So we just had to part ways.
Yeah.
And then we just had our own paths through life. But it's fine. I hope he's doing good though. Like, I hope I hope him and his girlfriend are doing good right now.
Oh, I'm probably doing really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
really. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, right? Like, with things like life just throws things at you,
exactly,
and it expects you to adapt to the change.
Yeah.
It's tough, but it's just what
tough.
has to be done. Like, you guys, there was just no other choice. Like, it probably would be hard to rekindle that friendship again.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. It's best to just go your separate ways. Especially like probably after all that time, you guys have become different people too. Different interests and different personalities. Probably back then you said it was like grade 4 or something, right? Like, you guys were younger, like definitely like much different than you are now. So maybe it would be hard. Yeah. What if he's like, oh, I like let's say you're like, oh, I like video games. It's like, oh, I don't like video games. I like to read. You're like,
yeah, I know. It's
okay.
Just life doing something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people think it's like, other people think that's like just God's way of like, doing, like, throwing stuff at you. It's like it's everything that just has to do with God and all that. But yeah, so I feel like, I guess it could, like, obviously, like, I'm Catholic, so I guess it could be God's word, or God saying that, God doing things for me, right, to become better. But like, yeah, it could be God's way. It could be life's own way of doing things. But whatever it is, like, it's just it is what it is. Like, and you just have to accept it and move on. And like that goes back to like, how you can handle the situation too is like important. Like, I didn't like, I guess when he like DM'd me, saying all that, like, I didn't even know what to say. Like, I was just like, I didn't even reply to him. So I think, obviously like that was like probably the best way to, to do things, not to like instigate anything, but
Yeah.
I
Right.
could have,
You could
but
have,
yeah,
but you'd like just leave it.
I was just like,
Just let
whatever.
it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I have a question for you now.
Yes.
Do you think that everything happens for a reason?
Yeah. There has to be, like, nothing just happens for like no reason, because like, that's just how I feel. Like everything happens for a reason, and um, yeah. How about you? Like, do you think everything happens for a reason, or like, yeah?
Definitely. I always feel like, especially lately, things have always just been happening, and it's been like there are lots of different things that are just like really, really like hard to understand. Like you think like tough things have been going on, like lots of stressful things have been happening, and it's just like confusing to me. And like it sucks that this is happening, but it all seems like it's all meant for something because
True.
like like okay, for example, even with like the virus and stuff, right?
That's
I
true.
feel
Yeah.
like I feel like that's happening
Yeah. For a
because
reason.
yeah,
That's
because like
scary.
it is, right? But maybe it
That's
was meant to
creepy.
happen because you know how people kept saying like it happens every century, like there's like or every 100 years,
Okay.
and
Oh, okay.
right, I feel like it keeps happening each year. I feel like it's like a check, like somebody's like whatever it is checking up on the world, like how is
Yeah.
their system, like are they able to handle this virus, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I
Oh
don't
my
know,
God.
like I don't know what it
It's
is,
creepy.
but
If you
it's
think about it that
creepy.
way.
Yeah, I usually I kind of do sometimes. I'm like I feel like it's some sort of force is just putting everything in motion in order for us to change
Mm-hmm.
and to adapt from it, like because after this, like we're not being able to go back to the way things used to be. We're gonna be, I mean, I hope that things don't just stay the same. Like we're probably gonna have a better health system, like or like they're gonna be able to protect um us from any kind of virus, any kind of like like we like we hopefully don't have an epidemic again after
Exactly.
all
Yeah.
this.
Hopefully, like,
Maybe
I don't know.
this thing can
I
just
don't know.
change
It's
from
like
there.
scary to think about it that way.
Yeah.
Like,
It's turning into a horror now.
horror.
Nah.
Horror?
We can do a
Do you remember
brief
that
time of
horror movie we watched? The Taking.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
That's
Oh, I
that was
still can't sleep because
spooky.
of stupid
Yeah,
movie.
same here. Remember that part? Just kidding. We ain't spoiling anything. We're not
No
spoiling none.
spoilers.
No spoilers. Unless, nah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not good. Yeah, but no, that was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you have like you wanted to say about how the movie relates, or
No, I
are you just
just
thinking about how
because
scary it was?
because you said horror, and I was like, oh God, that's the movies in my head.
Just like, oh yeah. Speaking of horror,
Yeah, that image
oh
that in the last scene. Oh
that was
my
bad.
God.
And just prepare
Yeah.
if you're ever gonna watch it, just prepare yourself for
Just
the
like
last scene.
yeah.
It's not good. It's not
Just
good.
wait till the end. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
they
not a
build it
pretty
up.
scene.
They build it up until the end. It's just like, oh, that's what they
Like
were.
what the
That's what it was
what?
all
Oh my,
about. Yikes! Not my
exactly.
type.
Yeah.
I had nightmares after that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know what could prevent you from being scared?
What?
Confidence.
That's true.
Technically,
Let
right?
me let me
I
ask
mean,
you something.
uh-huh.
On a scale of 1 to 10, like
Hmm.
how much confidence do you think you have? 10 being like the most like you're fully confident in yourself. Whatever you do is just fully confident, and 1 being like zero confidence. Like, you just suck.
It's garbage. No, this much
Just
confidence.
absolute trash.
Complete garbage.
Just
I
garbage.
don't know. That's like that is a good question. Like specifically for me, I always been thinking about how much confidence I really have. I have
Yeah.
confidence in some things and confidence in not and no confidence in other things. But for me, I would say I'm a 5 then, to be honest. It's like
Five.
half.
Okay. So like, yeah.
Like I know I
Okay.
need more, because
Yeah.
the problem with me is like one issue I have is like trying to deal with conflict. So
Okay.
there's some like big thing happening, or okay, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but like let's say people are fighting. Say someone's mad at me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just hide under my rock
Yeah.
for like a good week and just wait it out and just hopefully they message me and I'll be like, I'm sorry, or just pretend like it didn't happen. Like that's kind of how it is for me. That's the biggest thing. But confidence, I have confidence in like in the way I look. I think I don't have any issues
Okay.
with that.
Like physical confidence. Okay.
Physical confidence, I have no confidence with relationships though. That's a problem. That's one. Um, and oof, and no confidence or something with confidence. Confidence in myself. Like I'm not gonna. I don't care what people think about me and my
Okay.
personality
No, that's good.
and type like what I like, what I don't like. I'm not gonna just
Okay.
change that for somebody. I'll keep being who I am because I know I don't want to change. I don't want to put a mask on for somebody. Something I've learned over some time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say that would be it. Like those are the things I'm confident with, not confident with. So how about you?
Mm.
Oh, and also like what would be the rating? Like what would you rate yourself in confidence?
Like 1 out of 10.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd say a 6.5.
6.5. Okay.
So like, I feel like you don't want to be like too confident
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like you can be like reckless in that kind of sense. But it's good, right? To be like super confident in yourself and like everything you do, but like, your ego comes into play and your pride and all that stuff. But yeah, just a solid 6.5. Like
Mm-hmm.
back then I used to be a really fat kid. Like I remember like all the kids used to make fun of me because of that. But then like, I lost weight and hitting the gym more. But like I like once a fat kid, always a fat kid. Once a fat kid at heart. So you always, I guess, picture yourself as a fat kid, even though you're like, I'm not. But like in my own, I guess, mental head, I just always say I'm the fat kid. But that's
Interesting.
why, yeah, you always want to like. I feel like that's what motivates me though. That's what drives me to, um, just always go to the gym. I always try to be healthy
Yeah.
and eat healthy, and that's my motivation. Like, so if I don't go to the gym today, I will be the fat kid for today. So we're going to the gym.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's that actually. I honestly I never heard that about from you before. That's actually
Oh,
interesting.
really? Oh, no.
Yeah. So
Maybe
that's
watch.
how it feels, eh? Like
Yeah. That's literally how it feels like. Because back in, I guess, back in our old school, right?
mm-hmm.
There was like people were ruthless.
Oh
People
my
did not,
god.
have a filter
No,
for
everyone just said
themselves. So it was
whatever the
crazy,
hell.
right?
Yeah.
But I guess like at the time I didn't really care. But like I feel like later on when you grow up, it, like actually like starts to hit you like, damn,
Has
I
an
really
effect
am
on you,
fat.
right?
Yeah,
I guess you have
I am the big.
you build up your
Yeah.
conscience and
Hmm.
your when you're a kid it's just you can just filter out things or what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you can just like someone says something to you, you can choose whether it matters to you or not. You can play
Exactly. Yeah.
along, but once you get older you get insecure. There's all these things
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
like all these emotions that you that build up. And
Hmm.
I guess due to the past, you still think about the past, think about like what people
That's true, yeah.
maybe what people still think of you, like you might think they think of you like that.
Yeah.
And so it has an effect on you too.
Yeah, that's like, yeah. But like, like it's not like I'm trying to become like physically stronger or like physically healthier or better looking. It's like also like mentally too. Like like mentally, I want to like not think that way anymore. Like
Yeah.
I want to make sure like I know myself that I am healthy and I know I'm not the fat kid. So yeah. So like I'm obviously there's like a lot of things to work on for myself, but it's just one big journey, I guess.
Yeah.
Life's a big journey.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Something to just
Yeah.
develop, and eventually, as long as, like, especially if you know that it's something that you shouldn't be thinking about, putting that mindset, then I
Yeah.
feel like if you can acknowledge that, it's something you can change, as long as you just keep up, keep reminding yourself like about that isn't the truth. It's just
Yeah. Exactly.
just your thoughts getting the best of
Exactly.
you.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah. Thoughts.
Do you remember? I used to always talk about like my thoughts and like me overthinking.
Yeah.
During that period of time that we will
We both
discuss
know
for
of.
another day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then we'll say that for next time.
we'll say that for next time. But yeah, holy like I still remember. I still remember like the words you told me because even after all that shit that happened, like I still do overthink. I feel like overthinking was always like a part of me, always like in
Maybe
my own
like
head, like
part of who you are,
plotting
your
ideas and all.
personality.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I remember like what was it? You told me like it was in the car. I was in the car one time and I called you because I was bored and overthinking. And I guess I called you saying like, hey, like I'm overthinking this and that, whatever. And you told me like obviously like it's only like it's only just thoughts. Like, it's literally just thoughts. Like it's not true. Everything's just in your own head. I didn't even
Right.
realize it. Like I didn't even look at like outside of the box. Like oh my god, everything is literally just a thought. Like, it's literally a cloud
It's
bubble
not real.
with words. Yeah,
Like
exactly. So
this
that's what
phone
like
right
hit
here.
me. Mm-hmm.
This is real. Like this is reality. But your
Yeah,
thoughts are they're just they're just in your
it's
head. They're
just
just
it's just
I, you
literally
know, it's just
thoughts.
it's yeah.
Yeah,
It shouldn't your thoughts should never make you
who you are. Yeah,
sad,
yeah,
or I mean,
exactly.
like you control that. You have
Yeah,
all the
exactly.
control over that. Like it doesn't
I
have
feel like
to
yeah,
affect you as much as it does. It doesn't have to
hmm
make you anxious or stressed.
that's
you know
true. If you think of,
you can
I guess like all my overthinking thoughts, it was more like, yeah, stressful thoughts,
mm-hmm.
stressful,
And
worried
it's hard
thoughts and all
to
that. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's hard to kind of like like it's hard to realize all the types of bad thoughts you're having when you're going through
Exactly.
something. They're just there, and you keep on letting them just like go over and play it, and like more negative things. You keep thinking of negative things, but you don't realize how bad it is for you
Yeah,
until
exactly.
somebody tells you, or like you eventually be like, oh my god, I've just been being so bad to myself. That's the reason I'm
hmm
so stressed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think that's about it for today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was our first podcast
that was
ever.
our
I thought it was
yeah.
pretty good. Like honestly, like at first I was like, it's not. It's
This is
but
oh
I guess
god.
like later on we just kept talking. Like it's
Yeah,
7:45. What time did we even
we
start?
started at like 7. I think we started at 7:15 around that time or earlier.
Yeah, you
And so
think
I
so?
kept it
All
going
right.
until now.
Hopefully
Yeah.
like for future videos we can like, you know,
Hmm.
talk, and like, you guys should like people that watch this leave a little comment about like
Yep.
what we should talk about next.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we'll, we'll pick a random one, or we'll pick a few of them, like maybe like 3 or 4 topics, and we just talk, and we talk a little longer. But yeah, today we just talked about life lessons and
just the basic,
our thoughts into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our overthinking thoughts.
Our overthinking thoughts are.
Yeah.
Just keep going and going about stuff. Anyway.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah. So that was good. Hopefully, hope you guys enjoyed.
It was a good talk.
That was a good talk. And thanks for coming over to my room. We didn't actually think about how to end this, to be honest. I don't know how to end this.
That's true. We never even thought we'd get to the end.
Yeah, so, no, to be honest, I would just be like pause and like.
Yeah, but we made it, so.
We did it. It was good.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks so much, Min. We're gonna obviously continue next
here.
time, and we'll end it right here. Make sure you subscribe.
Yes. Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, guys. See you next time.